If you want to start getting a response from recruiters on your job applications, you're going to want to listen to this one. So last week, I got some wonderful news. One of my clients had applied for a specific role 6 times before. And when she applied the seventh time with the CV that we had created together, she got an interview. And now, what is the difference? Let me tell you. I know that I speak about this often on here, but your CV has to be your marketing document. It needs to be clearly communicating exactly why you are the best person for the job. And the approach that I take when writing CVs for my clients is to put myself in the shoes of the two target people who are going to be receiving the CV and the things that they are looking for out of that CV. And they are quite different. Now, the first person, of course, is the recruiter, and the second person is the line manager. And so when you write your CV targeting the exact priorities that they have when they look at your CV, you are already well on your way to succeeding in that part of the recruitment process. And of course, how do you do this? It's really quite simple. I would encourage you to really look at your CV, and if you have listed what you do in your current job or have done in your previous jobs as simply copying and pasting from your job description and putting in there just your duties, then that's not a CV that's going to stand out. What's really going to stand out is exactly the value that you brought into a particular role. And that's the approach that I take with my CVs. So I consider what is the recruiter looking for. And of course, we know for the recruiter, it's more of a checklist. Recruiters are not the people that are in there in those departments, seeing the ins and outs, understanding what the line manager really values about each and every single individual in that particular team. So for them, they're looking for all the information that's in that job description. They want to know, do you meet the requirements? Do you have the core skills? But for the line manager, it is quite different. And this I found in my almost 20 years in HR was the key reason that as HR people, we would submit CV after CV to a line manager and they would still say, no, not quite what I'm looking for. And we'd say, but this person meets the requirements. This person has the skills. What the line manager is looking for is the how you're going to do a particular job. They want to know, what is the problem you're going to solve for me? How are you going to contribute to my department or my team's ability to meet our objectives as a department as well as for the business? And so what this means is simply listing your duties is not quite going to cut it for the line manager. They want to know, how did you do what you did? What was it that made you excel in those particular roles or in those particular tasks? They want to know, what is the problem that you are going to solve for me? And so it's really quite simple. What that means is that when you're looking at a job description, of course the keywords matter, of course the requirements matter, but you've got to think broader than that. You've got to be thinking of, what would the line manager want me to bring as value into this particular role? Now, if you think about it, if you are working and a colleague of yours leaves and a new person joins the team, and of course, the new person has the technical skill. But what is it that you actually really miss about your colleague? It's the how your colleague did their job, right? And now it's exactly the same for the line manager. They are losing a valuable part of their team. And it's not the technical competencies that they're going to be interviewing for. They are going to be looking for somebody who's going to do the job how the previous person did that job. They're going to be looking for, is this person going to be able to innovate like the previous person did? Is this person going to be able to make my life easier? Is this person going to be able to contribute to my department's objectives and goals? So guys, I recommend it to you, when you're writing your CV, think about the line manager and make sure that when your CV gets through to them, it really connects with the heart of what they are looking for. It goes to the heart of the problems that you are going to solve for them. I've seen this change the experience of so many job seekers. When they've worked with me to prepare their CVs for them, suddenly the interviews just started coming in. And it's exactly because of this particular approach. Of course, guys, as always, I wish you all of the best in your job search process.